So a couple of you have been wanting to have a little glimpse into my obsessive compulsive disorder. So I'm going to show you a little bit more. So I told you all, my OCD has nothing to do with cleanliness. Ask my kids, ask my hubby, they'll all tell you the same. Yes, I maintain a meh house. I mean, it can look good for guests. It can look good for parties. If you know me well enough, you know it's never pristine. But what I will tell you is that my OCD does have everything to do with everything needs a place, and therefore nothing has a place, because I can think of 5 different places that this one item could go, and my brain constantly spirals, like trying to figure out where that place makes sense. Drives my husband nuts, because every time he turns around, I have moved things around again on him, and he's like, "Kristen!" I don't blame him. I don't blame him. The other thing that happens is it's the feels just right thing. So more on that later, how my OCD manifests with the whole feels right thing. But that's kind of where I first noticed that I started having issues and just certain obsessions and having to do repetitive behaviors like numbers and even things. And I'll go more into the hot mess that my mind is some other day. But the thing I wanted to share with you all today, that's a little bit of an obsession, I like to call it more of a collection, but it verges on a little excessive. I'm obsessed with a certain color, and it is very hard for me to find this color. It's like this neon pink coral, straight out of like the 80s color. And my obsessive compulsive disorder tells me when I find something that is close to that color, I have got to have it. So even Betsy Johnson is one of the closest things, but if you can tell, it's not even the same. Like my OCD knows the difference between the colors. They're not the same, believe it or not. But this is an empty box. This is what obsessive compulsive disorder looks like. This is an empty box. And yet my brain is like, you love this color makes you so happy, you just can't. I sound crazy, I know. But you see how hoarding can happen, right? You see how it can just be like, it starts out as this little obsession and I'm collecting and I like this and this makes me happy and whatever. And slowly you all of a sudden have like a whole world of just neon coral pink, right? So I have to keep myself in check sometimes. So this thing is one of my favorite possessions. This is something that my kids made me when they were little. It's made out of Play-Doh and it's super hard now because I've held on to it for so long. This and my relationship with Jesus are what I sometimes have to remember to keep my OCD from spiraling, right? My loved ones, my relationship with him. In the end, that is what's going to bring me the most peace. That is what's going to bring me the most joy. I have to constantly remind myself with my OCD that I came into this world like this. And I will leave this world like this. So what matters is this. And that helps me. It really does. But what I want to tell you is that my husband knows that this is an issue for me. So instead of giving me a hard time and making me feel bad about myself when I'm spiraling or I want to collect the neon pink coral thing, he just lets me have that moment. And then later on in prayer or whatever, I kind of come to it on my own in a way. But what I will tell you is that telling somebody that you love when they struggle with mental health, that they're bad, they're lesser of a Christian, they need to pray more, whatever, it's not helping like you hope it would. So definitely pray for them. Don't make them feel crazy. Whatever you do, don't make them feel crazy. They already kind of in their own mind know they're spiraling somehow, that something's not right. But pray for them. Let them be able to talk to you. Let them be able to, be heard. As they say, a lot of shame is taken away when empathy enters the room. When somebody tries to empathize with that person, it makes that person not feel so shameful about their situation anymore. So, as somebody who's a Christian and struggles with mental health, please, just if you have a loved one that has that same story, just be patient with them, give them grace, and whatever you do, do not shame them, okay? anyways, yeah, praying for any of you all who do struggle or know somebody that you love that struggles. But yeah, we're all just human in the end, right? But those of us who are saved by Jesus, we are heaven bound, and we're all going to be there for each other all the way till we get to the other side of the sky, right? So, all my brothers and sisters in Christ, I'm praying for you. If you're struggling with your mental health thing, let me know. If so, and just know, baby, you're so not alone. God bless you all. Till next time. Talk to you soon, incredible VIPs.